Hello and welcome to episode 3. This is Narrative Forge Productions, or video 3 I guess. And in today's video we're going to be talking about episode 3 of The Mark. So in episodes 1 and 2, we learned that Ethan's been struggling. We learned that it's because of these nightmarish things that he's experiencing, but we don't exactly know what he's talking about necessarily, because so far the audience hasn't really seen what Ethan's going through. We've just learned that the doctor's referring to them as nightmares. Ethan hates it when people do that, because he doesn't think they're nightmares. He thinks they're something else. So in episode 3, we immediately answered that micro cliffhanger by... So episode 3 starts with Ethan sitting alone watching TV. I'm pretty sure that's how it starts. And he's gone, I think, 19 hours without sleeping. And he's feeling really tired. Because, again, 19 hours may not seem like too much exactly. I mean, it's a long time to go without sleeping, but it may not seem like too much to some people. But we got to keep in mind that he's also been struggling to sleep. So that's been catching up with him a little bit. He hasn't been sleeping very often. So 19 hours is going to feel like a long time for him. So he falls asleep, despite his willingness not to. He falls asleep. And then we learn what's been troubling him. He wakes up, quote unquote. He knows he's sleeping, or he's pretty sure he's sleeping, but he wakes up unable to move. And he sees this horrible, nightmarish creature in front of him, and it tells him to wake up, and then he does. And so we'll learn, okay, this is what he's been dealing with. This is what he's been talking about this whole time. And so your audience kind of has that moment where they're like, now I understand. But then they want to find out what happens next. Like, how does he deal with it? That's what makes them want to listen to the next episode. And next episodes, plural. Anyway, he wakes up, and his ex-girlfriend and ex-college roommate calls him, and she says, hey, Tyler's throwing this party. Everyone's going to be there. You just have to come. And he's a little confused, like, why she's calling him, because maybe they haven't spoken in a while. Anyway, she's invited him to this party, and now the audience will probably remember that, well, Ethan hasn't really been choosing to socialize. He doesn't want to socialize because he's not feeling great, so what's he going to do? Well, Ethan says he'll go because he feels like some socializing may actually do him some good, help him kind of forget about his struggles for a little bit. So we're like, okay, things may be, getting a little better for Ethan. Maybe things are, kind of, getting better. I mean, we kind of have some hope that this may not cure him, but at least help him a little. That's when the episode ends. So, not very many questions raised, but the audience still wants to tune in because they want to learn more about, hopefully, they want to learn more about why he's having the nightmares. Again, they also want to know about the question from episode 1, why he needs to be careful dealing with the flower, etc. So there are still some questions that need to be answered, and the audience, instead of raising a question in this one as a micro cliffhanger, we sort of do the opposite. We tell the readers what's going to happen, or the listeners what's going to happen next, by giving them some hope that Ethan is going to be better, or feel better, by going to this party. And so they want to tune into the next episode to find out if it actually works. This is just a brief episode. Keep in mind, I'm recording these videos outside near the ocean, so it's going to be really windy. So if you experience some background noise, it's going to be that, I imagine. Anyways, with that aside, I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I hope you had a great day. I'll see you in the next one.